Hello. Right. It'll be a bit of a weird echoey audio because I am trying to fit these in around a baby. And I've come to hide in the bathroom. So what they put is they can't find me because it's got a lock. Anyway, this set, right, by the way, that glitter there is Princess Peach by Trilogy, and I use it like quite a lot, and I've had it on my nails and I really do. It's one of my favourites. So anyway, this set redesign, as you can see, on yes, before you say very, very long nails for very, very small nail beds. But this girl has very, very tiny nails. And she just doesn't feel, like a woman without them. So it was to match a dress. Okay, so I'll put the picture in here. Right, so that is the dress. So that's where I started off. That was my inspiration. I pre-mixed a peach because I didn't have one, which I used Maisie and Honey of Trilogy, and I mixed them together to create like the similar kind of peachy colour for the dress. And then I picked Burlesque because it was kind of the closest match to that purpley colour. We picked Princess Peach because it's kind of got that glittery tone to it. We also picked Cherry Bomb because it's got a very gorgeous, like the iridescent green as you could have seen on the dress. Did I pick? And I picked, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. What was it? Sure, I picked another one. Anyway, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of another set. I think I'm thinking of the last set actually. Right, so as you can hear, there's someone mowing outside. That's great. Anyway, yeah. So that was the inspo for this set. And then what happened was I went onto the colour block nail and all of a sudden I created an ice cream, right? We did the marble, as you'll see, and we both said, wow, that kind of looks a bit like Raspberry Ripple, but peach and Raspberry Ripple ice cream, like, and we were like, yeah. And then totally by accident, I created an ice cream. I didn't know I had until my client was like, oh, you created an ice cream. So I've ended up creating this ice cream set totally by accident, and I actually think it's absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'll let you watch. So I'm just doing an ombre cover pink, pulling it down over that Princess Peach to create that nice subtle transition. And I'm going to move on to the marble nail next. So with the marble nail, I've got a double dip first, and then I have the one dot of one colour, one dot of another, and swirl it around together. Because she's got super tiny nails, I decided to use a size 4 brush to give me a little bit more control, put a little bit less product on. As you can see, that brush does look quite big, doesn't look as tiny against her nail as it does other people's. It just gave me a little bit more control of it because her nails really are like super tiny. I inadvertently create like a massive blob, kind of looks a bit like sorbet of that Burlesque, but actually when I get down to the bottom it sorted itself out. The other marble was better, but my poor client has a poly on that hand and I wasn't allowed to show you it because she did actually rip her nail. Well, her dad ripped her nail off her finger for her, and it looks really, the bruise is like a couple of, like nearly 2 weeks old now, and the bruise has gone from purple to green, so it looks like a greenie, and her nail is just, Anyway, putting a bit of that Cherry Bomb glitter on this one here. With a littler brush, it's not as easy to work with because it's got those long, no, I dropped my phone then, those long bits of glitter in it, so it's just about getting them to go in the right direction. I like it to flow, so I picked up a bigger bead because I knew I'd be wiping some of it off. And then I'm going to move on to the index finger. Now, In hindsight, what I would do actually is do this a completely different way. But I put the glitter down first because we're going to do the same as a little finger. And then when I did that, I thought, no, I don't want them to look the same. So then I added some more glitter over the top of the cover pink. And then I did this little swish up the side, which, yeah, I just think it looks really beautiful. I think I would actually put the cover pink down first next time. So as I'm working, I am doing both things on both hands, except for this nail, as the other hand doesn't have an extension on her index finger, because I told her she's not allowed until it grows out. So this is the pre-mixed colour again. It is, you can just see it, you can see it a little bit better. You can see it in the pot as well, obviously. It is, like I said, honey, and I'm pretty sure it's maisie. So what I'm doing, my idea was to create two identical designs. So I've come in and I'm creating this, like the triangle shape at the top, and I'm going to cut it with my craft knife when I've sorted it all out, and then I'm going to fill in the sides with cherry bomb. Then when I've done this, I'm going to file it to shape, and then my idea was to create a triangle the same width as the triangle that's at the top. You can see I didn't go with that because I did originally put a smaller bead down and I ended up wiping it off because it just didn't look right. At this point, as you can see, it looks like an ice cream. So I did this on one hand, this hand, and then I moved on to the other hand. So she's inspecting this one as it dries, and she goes, "Oh, Lauren, it kind of looks like an ice cream." And because we'd already said about the raspberry rippley type, other marble, I was like, do you know what? Let's make it into an ice cream cone. She's like, I'm down for that. So on the other hand, when it was still wet, I used my craft knife to put in some etches, but because I left this to dry while I was doing the other hand, I filed it off a bit and then added another layer of burlesque and then added the etches into it. It's, yeah, I mean, you're not going to have a glitter ice cream. I mean, it would be the best ice cream in the world if it was glittery. Would it? Depends on if it was edible. Anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah, I mean, with the weather that we're having as well, because summer's finally here, I think, like, this is it. And then when it goes, I think, you know, we're done for then. It'll be like, what, autumn time? But yeah. Yeah, so then I have added this extra bit of burlesque over the top. And then I'm going to etch into it by, I guess it's not really etching, I'm going to press into it with my craft knife. And I just think that like it rocked so well. Like I was so impressed when they were all finished. Like seriously. Anyway, I'll just let you watch. I am going to use that peachy colour to fill in those crossings, because if I don't, when I'm capping, because I'm going to cap, I think they would have just disappeared. So I did it like you would with a net. You know, you put the net in, then you put a wet colour in between, and then you file the top off. Blah blah blah. So that's what I did. I'll just let you watch, and then I'm going to fill in with Princess Peach on the sides. So yeah, I had a bit of trouble with that Princess Peach on this particular edge of the nail. It didn't look right. I kept like knocking bits off trying to get the shape. But then I capped and I filed. And yeah, on that ice cream nail, I'm sorry I do keep knocking the camera a bit at this point. On the ice cream nail, I filed over that burlesque to get rid of any excess bits of the pale colour off the cone. And then I capped after that point to seal everything in. So yeah, I mean, it kind of worked, and I really, really enjoyed it actually. And that index finger is my favourite nail of the whole set. Obviously, colour block on such a small nail, it ended up a little bit thicker than I wanted it to be, but you know, it still looks quite sweet. And these were her birthday as well, so I mean, it's not what we imagined, but it is pretty good. I love it. Yeah, so that's it, and that's a finished set. This is a top coat, and then I'll show you the rest in a minute. So just a bit of cuticle oiling just to add a little bit of extra time to this video. So yeah, I mean, at the end of this video, I did genuinely turn the actual picture round so you could see the ice cream. It's only now that I realise, as I'm actually doing the voiceover, that you could actually already see that this was an ice cream. I've got a fly past me, get off. Hot weather, and then all the flies come out. That index finger is just delicious. I love it so much. So yeah, there's a video of them inside and a video of them outside, and the photo is outside because at the moment when it's sunny but you're in the shade, those colours pop and the top coat just fierce. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this accidental ice cream video, and I really hope that you liked it. Give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you do, and I'm going to try and get more going for you on the regular, on the down low, because I've not done many because it's been a bit, you know, bit of a personal situation going on. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.